Well, good morning. I want to thank everybody for joining or watching this replay. And whoops, I've got the wrong script up there. Sorry about that. I'm going to get my correct script up there. Um, okay. So, what are you feeling these days? Are you feeling brain fog, lack of sleep, low energy? Are you carrying too much extra weight? Having any trouble with bladder or bowels? Are you feeling like enjoyable sex is a faint memory? Are you stressed over the economy, your health, your family? Might you be bored, feeling like you are without much purpose? Or are you feeling exhilarated each day, busier than ever, feeling much satisfaction at the end of most days? We women, and I'm Roxanne Wheeler, by the way, for those of you who aren't familiar with me, but I am a wellness advocate and I help others feel better using doTERRA products. Now, we women have a lot on our plates. We're taking on others' stuff too much of the time. It's not new nor unexplainable. It has grown from when we had our kids, married or not. We were establishing our lives with much to be happy about. We did not know a ton about our bodies back then. It was not talked about. And today's theme of this Lunch and Learn has to do with women's health. And this is a compilation of things that I've been learning in the last 6 months, and I was really anxious to share with people. So back then, we used to worry when we were pregnant, making sure that things were going well, and we needed to navigate that responsibly and without harming anyone, tiny, or sharing our bed. Well, as we get older, we evolve into an egg-producing machine that poops out, meaning it dies out. Our estrogen slows and stops, and then we wonder what the heck happened. Now, we know that estrogen is a powerful anti-inflammatory hormone. I didn't know that before maybe 2 weeks ago. And I'm a nurse, so I'm not surprised if that is a surprise to you. No wonder we hurt as we age. It also lubricates and nourishes our delicate pelvic floor, and so we experience drier, thinner, weaker tissues of the genital area. We get more UTIs. We can leak when we cough, laugh, or sneeze, even as we're approaching the toilet, and that can be very frustrating. It can hurt to be intimate, and that sets up stress and dissatisfaction with ourselves and our partner. It can cost lots of money for pads, undergarments, antibiotics, urinalyses, doctor visits, and some of us even have major surgery to feel and function better. Me speaking as one. It can be stressful too when we travel, as we sleep, and even through our days. So what are our options? Well, number one, we can get a pelvic PT referral from our provider and do the exercises prescribed for our particular needs. Not all PTs are pelvic trained. In fact, I was talking to a young man who's getting his doctorate in PT in May, what he knew about hypopressives that I will mention here in a few minutes, and he knew nothing. And here he is getting his doctorate in PT. He says, I said, well, it has to do with the pelvic floor. And he says, okay. He goes, that's something probably women PTs would specialize in. He goes, and even now men are using the pelvic floor PT for their prostate issues. So it's not just a female issue, but today we're talking about us ladies. And so we want to do the exercises that they prescribe for our pelvic floor strengthening and also for better function. And I happen to know the online vagina coach, Kim Vopni. That's V as in Valentine, O, P as in Peter, M-I, Vopni. She is brilliant and has helped me a lot. I found her on Instagram, and have had even better results from her exercises, increasing my water and learning hypopressive exercises to help my bladder and bowels. I have also tapped into the benefits of MetaPower products. No drugs, no more smooth move tea, no castor oil, no more antibiotics, no more knife pain up my hoo-ha that made every urination torture. I felt it was time we shared this information. So one thing about the bladder issue is that most of us decrease our water intake when we start having these issues. Makes sense, right? It's common sense. If we don't want to pee as much, we don't want to drink as much. But do you know when we do that, we increase the acidity of our urine, and that makes our bladder even more irritated? Thereby, that increases our frequency and urgency, like a bad snowball effect. Plus, when we decrease our water intake, we increase our constipation because our aging bowels need more water than ever to help us move our stool. When we do that, we start needing to strain and push the stool out, which then weakens our already aging pelvic floor muscles and can cause prolapse. And the loss of estrogen as we age has a lot to do with this, believe me. In fact, we only have 10% of our eggs left at age 30 that we haven't already sent out to be possibly impregnated. So aging is an issue, and it's not just for us older ladies. It starts in our 30s. I'm not saying surgery is bad, but I wish I had known about Kim long before I chose surgery to repair my prolapse. Now, as I learned to drink much more, I realized I needed electrolyte replacement as I urinated and diluted my blood enough to cause cramps from my muscles that were needing magnesium, sodium, and calcium. Don't you hate those sudden intense muscle cramps that can put you down in an instant? Well, the MetaPower Recharge Electrolyte Hydration product really helps our tissues retain fluid. And shoot, I want to show it to you. So the MetaPower Recharge Electrolyte Hydration product is right here in this box. It comes in a box of 15, 2 boxes per order. And so it's in a little sachet. And what you do with the sachet before you use it is you shake it really, really well, because there are electrolytes in here and they need to be kind of softened up by the water that's in here too. And so this MetaPower Recharge is part of my every morning routine now. Because of it, I now do not have a dry mouth in the night or as much constipation. In fact, I'm becoming more regular. I've actually found 1 a day was good, but 2 a day seems to be perfect for me. And so I'm looking at those similar to the cost of any kind of beverage you might spend money on. Some people get iced teas or different things like that. That is my actual drink in the early morning, first thing, and late afternoon. And by giving my tissues those needed electrolytes, they can function well and effectively for what we need them to do. And besides that, they also seem to give me energy because of the MetaPower oil blend that is in each one of these sachets. So it is part of the MetaPower system. So who's feeling our aging process each day? Are we getting more wrinkles, less tone to our muscles, and not looking the way we want to? Of course, we're aging simply because we make less collagen and less NMN. That's N as in Nancy, M as in mother, N as in Nancy. It's a long, long chemical word that I'm not going to bore you with, but NMN is critical every day past the age of 25, it is decreasing in the amount that is being made for our bodies naturally. Do we need to just give into that? For me, no, I'm not going to give into that. The MetaPower Advantage collagen with NMN, and this is what the box will look like when you receive it. It is a super boost for our energy, sleep, skin, vision, tissues, thinking, muscle stamina and lean muscle mass, and weight management with the MetaPower oil blend that is in each of these MetaPower products. It really distinguishes itself from other metabolism products out there to support healthy metabolism, youthful aging. It reduces cravings, and it helps sustain our normal range blood sugar and insulin response evenly throughout each day. And I swear, since I've been using the MetaPower, I really do not get triggered by old bad eating desires anymore. And so I say this from about 1.5 years of experience. I noticed right away, I would say within 2 to 3 weeks of starting that collagen product, that I was naturally wanting to eat in a more healthy way. I wasn't leaning towards the first thing I could see in my cupboard, or the first recipe I saw in the cookbook that I kind of would normally just reach for and make. I was finding that, and I can't explain how it happens, but somehow they affect the part of the brain that leans us towards healthier eating. And so, in fact, we normally would put on a few pounds every year. That's normal for aging. That's what doctors will tell us, that it's normal to put on 5 or 10 pounds a year as we get past the age of 35. However, right now I am 11 pounds lighter than I was 1.5 years ago. And I did not intentionally cut back calories one bit. It's just been really easy. It's been so freeing to not have to think hard about what I want to eat or what I should eat. And I eat more mindfully now as well, and do not stress if I want extra popcorn with my Netflix. So what is working for you in managing your aging? I hope that you'll share that with us on Roxanne's DøTERRA Family Facebook page. It takes a village, I know, and I would not be feeling as great as I do without others' suggestions. Pretty much everything I'm sharing with you, I didn't create this information. I learned this from other people who shared it with me. So that's why I'm big on sharing. Now, how about your unique and changing needs for normal hormone levels? Have you tired yet of the cramps, irregular periods, brain fog, irritability, sleep, or hot flash stuff yet? The Women's Health Kit includes Clary-Calm. Clary-Calm, it's a roller that is pure oils. There is no fractionated coconut oil in here. So if you wanted to even divide this up, I know I don't use it straight. I usually combine it with other things. You can do that and save some money on that. It's a monthly blend of essential oils with a very floral aroma that is cooling and soothing to the skin. I know I was in Mexico a few years back on a yoga retreat with my younger daughter, and her retreat partner at the time literally could not teach her part of the yoga retreat one morning because her cramps were so bad and she just felt wiped out by them. And so my daughter asked, did I have any Clary-Calm with me, which I happened to have. And she rolled it on her belly, and probably within an hour, she felt so much better. So it's good, really, the Clary-Calm is good for a female of any age. It doesn't have to be just us older ladies, but the phytoestrogen, which is a capsule. It's a blend of standardized soy extract and other botanical extracts for all phases of a female's life. It knocks xenoestrogens off the estrogen receptor sites in our cells to keep us hormonally balanced. Xenoestrogens are bad estrogens. They come from plastics, pesticides, chemicals, food, and water systems, actually. Phytoestrogens, on the other hand, support healthy bones, heart, breast, and other body function structures affected by our fluctuations of estrogen. Also in that money-saving women's health kit is a wonderfully highly bioavailable blend of vitamin C and D, magnesium, calcium, and other trace minerals to help bone density that often weakens due to our modern diets. And so that is the bone nutrient part of that kit. And I didn't happen to have, I just had refilled my pill box and I threw the bottle away and it's already gone out to the recycle center in our town. So I'm sorry I can't show you that product, but it's a bigger bottle than this. And I think it might even have like 120 capsules in it. And so we do save $13 buying the women's health kit if you want to, and it is worth 75 PV. Are you aware when you buy a doTERRA kit or collection with rewards, and this is a little side note here on when we buy things, just so that you're buying them with the most bang for your buck. When you buy things with rewards that come in a kit or a collection, you will actually pay more for that than you would for the kit or collection, because they do save us money with that. And so how they let you redeem your rewards is they charge you the actual wholesale cost for each individual item whenever you're redeeming your rewards. And I want you to use your rewards because you want to use them up within a year of getting them. Otherwise, you'll lose them. And I would never want you to lose your rewards. That is cash. And you can use those rewards on most products. I don't believe they'll allow it on diffusers and maybe any limited time offer or brand new products. I think for like 6 months, they don't allow us to use our rewards on brand new products for 6 months. But you want to use your rewards. And I just wanted to caution you, when you're using your rewards, it's probably smarter for you to use them on some of the more expensive oils to, again, maximize your savings. So for me, it would be better to spend my rewards on a new frankincense, for example, rather than a some kind of a kit like the women's health kit. That's just a little economy wellness there. Now, because stress is universal to us since the pandemic, with concerns of sickness, supply chain issues, and normal everyday stuff, I do want to mention the beauty of the adaptive system. When did you think you would lose it big time last? Maybe your spouse or partner really frustrated you. Maybe it's a health issue that's really bugging you. Or maybe you're doing the best you can and it doesn't seem to help. Maybe you got work, home, or volunteer commitments that were very, very trying. Are you a caregiver? Do you have children you worry about? And children are going to worry us no matter their age, right? No matter if they're age 2 or age 72. Our kids are always going to be on our minds. Do you have legal issues? Stress can be helped by the reliable, targeted, and effective support of the adaptive products. So diffusing the adaptive oil, it's a calming oil, and what it does is it lifts our moods and our spirits and creates a relaxing yet focused atmosphere. And that's why I love the adaptive oil blend. especially if I know I have to be really focused for something. The adaptive touch roller, which is perfectly diluted. I mean, you can make your own roller from that adaptive 15 milliliter blend, but this is perfectly diluted too. The adaptive touch roller is a great comforting massage into the back of your neck or heart or pulse points anywhere. It's very convenient to keep it in a pocket, a purse, a backpack, or a desk drawer for those moments that you may need it. The adaptive capsules help you adapt to every situation, and I can attest to their powerful effects. From when I suddenly was faced with a lost wheelchair I had borrowed for our 2019 DøTERRA convention in Salt Lake City in a crowd of 13,000 people, the security folks at the convention center told us, because we had parked it right near where we sat, and all of a sudden we looked and it was gone. We went out to security and they told us they would locate it for us and to please return to listen to our speakers' presentations, because we're all stressed out now because this was a borrowed wheelchair from somebody out there and it had no labels on it or anything. So we thought, oh my gosh, how are we going to get it back? My good friend Kat had her brand new adaptive oil in her purse because it had been revealed the day before. And she passed it around to us. She says, we might as well try this. Honestly, within 5 to 10 minutes, we were relaxed and able to enjoy the speakers fully. And that is not all. When I became my hubby's instant total caregiver with his torn Achilles 2 years ago, I was a bubbling mess of instant tears after 2 weeks of having to do every single thing for him. I mean, every single thing. And so a friend of mine, Allie, suggested I try the adaptive caps. In fact, we were on the phone and she says, Roxanne, go get one right now. And I had them, but I had never tried them yet. And so I took one and she says, take another one tonight and then let me know tomorrow how you're feeling. My goodness, what a help. I couldn't believe it. I used 2 a day while he was non-weight bearing and needed me for everything. And since then, I have taken one each morning, and it sets me up for being calm and non-reactive to everything. And I mean everything, because we've had some serious stuff going on in our family recently, and I wasn't reacting the way I would remember normally reacting to in the past for something like that. So I highly recommend the adaptive capsules. And have you noticed that when you are super stressed, you get sick a while right afterwards, or you may make more mistakes than usual, or you can't sleep, you have trouble focusing, or have a worse memory? Those are all normal effects of too much stress that leads to increased cortisol production and greater belly fat. And it also, the stress eats up our GABA. GABA is a normal neurotransmitter in our brain that is called the brakes of the brain, and that means it eases stress on our heart, our brain, and other organs. So not only is stress affecting our thinking, but it's affecting our physiology of how our heart works and so forth, and our gut and everything. It's amazing how our bodies react to all this stuff. It throws us out of homeostasis quickly, for sure. When we feel great, we are in homeostasis, which means a balanced body functioning. When we are not, we have our balance thrown off so many parts of us. I have a couple more little things to talk about, and then we can have more questions. So DøTERRA has a bonus for us this month with our 125 PV LRP in the citrus twist. The citrus twist is not available any other way. You can't buy it. You can never buy it. It's always a limited time only rare oil. And I think they do that because of sourcing restrictions, harvesting restrictions, and processing and all that stuff. Citrus Twist is a bright, energizing, specifically formulated for diffusion oil blend, and it smells different straight from the bottle than it does from the diffuser. When you open a bottle of Citrus Twist and inhale the aroma, it is distinctly spicy. When diffused, however, wild orange takes the stage, and that is what you will sense right away, is the orangey aroma. The scent of Citrus Twist is bright and sunny with a warm foundation of ginger. The uplifting scent of citrus combined with the lower grounding notes of ginger make Citrus Twist the perfect blend to diffuse during periods of transition or the change of seasons to refresh your environment. If you love citrus, but you're looking for a blend that's a little different than your usual diffuser go-to, Citrus Twist may be perfect for you. And then the last thing I wanted to mention this month is that we have a 10% off savings on our Tri-Ease soft gels this month. And the Tri-Ease soft gels contain lemon, lavender, and peppermint essential oils encapsulated in a tapioca soft gel. Lemon is high in the chemical constituent limonene, which experimental research suggests may support a healthy immune response. Of course, it's extremely cleansing. And actually, I had a former customer, because she's passed on now, but due to she had some liver disease that was not alcohol related, and now in retrospect, I'm wondering if it was blood sugar related. But she always had really high liver enzymes, and lemon essential oil was something she put in her water every single day. And when she'd refill her water, she'd put another drop of lemon in it. And her doctor called her one day and said, "What are you doing?" And my friend said, "I don't know, what am I doing?" She says, "Your liver enzymes just came down over 300 points, which is huge in a blood test, huge." And so lemon is very good for the healthy immune response. When taken internally, lavender offers calming, balancing support. And I can absolutely speak to this in terms of using it internally, because my own dog, who has extreme anxiety now in his elder years, in his end of life years, is much calmer every time I put a little diluted lavender. He's very small, so I dilute it quite a bit. But I just rub his gums with it. And within 15 to 20 minutes, he's usually asleep. And is he sleeping a lot? He is sleeping a lot, but it's way better than him whining and getting stuck in corners and feeling panicky the way he normally would feel. So lavender has been my go-to for my dog, especially. And anyone else who is feeling extra anxious. The oral lavender, usually 1 drop of lavender, and you can just put it under your tongue, or you can even do a thumb drop. A thumb drop is where you just take the bottle, put your thumb over it, or a fingertip, doesn't matter, clean fingertip or thumb, tip the bottle over, tip it back, and what you get on your thumb or your finger is a smaller drop than a regular drop that you would see fall out of the bottle. So you can use that and apply it to your own gums or under your tongue or to the roof of your mouth. You can always take it, press to the roof of your mouth, and it will get into your brain almost instantly. The third oil in the Tri-Ease is peppermint, and peppermint supports clear breathing and healthy respiratory support. So peppermint I use every day. It's in my water, it's in my toothpaste, it's in rollers that I'm applying to my body. That has really, really helped me with my Sjogren's syndrome, which is also, people think of it as a dry mouth and dry eye syndrome, but I don't seem to have that anymore because of using the peppermint so much. So the peppermint will actually, first thing in the morning, it'll make me want to blow my nose quite a bit, which is good because I'm getting that mucus out and I'm clearing my sinuses and so forth. So you want to use the Tri-Ease for a remedy to threats or to proactively avoid your allergic response, especially if you get allergic responses often or severely. So I'm going to say, reach out to me anytime you have a question on this particular Lunch and Learn or on anything with your oils, anytime at all. And I'm going to stop our recording now so that we can actually have some private questions. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to hear from you real soon.